dipersembahkan oleh.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still talking to Alan Solo of Infrastructure Asia. Alan, if you were to highlight a number of exhibitions, a number of events that will be taking place in the Indonesia Infrastructure Week.
I'd say the Regional Governments Conference is the flagship show, and it's very exciting. That's always got a full house. What we're really excited about this year is the National Broadband Symposium.
Yeah.
The Indonesian government, Bappenas Bureau, has actually determined what they call as launched the Indonesian Broadband Plan. But the Indonesian Broadband Plan sets out the targets. How we're going to get there is another issue. The National Broadband Symposium is comprising some of the top speakers in the ICT arena that are coming together with how to achieve these targets and what are the benefits of these targets. E-health, e-education, e-government. These are critical aspects that can catapult Indonesia towards their targets. Yeah?
And I understand Telkom Indonesia is playing a big role in
Telkom
this.
Indonesia has been an inspiration for us the whole way through. They've actually been helping us tremendously. And they're going to be some of the keynote speakers. Pak Arif Yahya has just moved over into the ministry position. So we'll be replacing him with the new president director.
Okay. Exciting times. Also, another event,
the Aviation Business Forum. Again, the broadband and the aviation have the unique capacity to connect Indonesia across the archipelago like no other sectors. The Aviation Business Forum, I have to say thank you to Lion Group, to Pak Rusdi Kirana and to my friend Captain Daniel Putu because of their strong support. Actually, anywhere else in the world, you'll see that airports and aviation are two separate downstream topics. But today in Indonesia, you have a surging demand in the aviation sector. You have groups like Lion that have placed world record orders with both Boeing and Airbus, yet there isn't enough tarmac on the ground in order to land these planes and in order to park them. So this is really anywhere else in the world, like the Dubai show that we do, the Dubai Air Show, or in London or in Texas, you'll find a separate downstream. But here in Indonesia, where demand so outpaces the supply, it's important to get these guys under one room, under one roof, and solve these problems. And that's what's taking place over here. I'm really grateful to the Lion Group for supporting us and taking the flag on this with us, with Angkasa Pura 1 and Angkasa Pura 2.
Yeah, it would be too much to say that this also gives the opportunity to the main stakeholder, in this case Lion Air, for it to actually improve itself, because it's time for it. It's a great time for it to prove to the public that it's more than capable in boosting the infrastructure.
From what I understand, they're actually, it's an interesting time over here. You've got airlines like Garuda making plans for Labuan Bajo Airport. You've got Air Asia active in the airport development in Bandung, and you've got the Lion Group who are actually developing some of their own airports. The Halim former Air Force Base has been taken and being managed by the Lion Group, and I understand there's some plans for another airport not so far from Jakarta. But yeah, it's a very good opportunity. Lion is certainly leading the way in this sector. They're probably Indonesia's a hero of Indonesia going forward.
Now, if you were to highlight, as we are running out of time, to highlight what are the events that the public should be looking out for in this, how they can participate as well, besides the survey at saatnyadidengar.org, which is free, by the way. This is how you can actually participate in the survey by
taking the survey,
logging on to saatnyadidengar.org.
Exactly.
And participate.
And if you're lucky, you'll win a ticket because it's the only way into the room.
It's the only way you can actually get to the concert.
These tickets are not for sale. This is a gratitude to the people who took the survey.
So, Ellen, thank you very much for talking to us about Indonesia Infrastructure Week. It's an exciting time. I'm sure not all the stakeholders are looking forward into meeting, sharing ideas, and giving solutions.
That's what it is.
Any last words, perhaps?
Yeah, everybody come to the exhibition, visit the exhibition, get involved. There's only one way to get involved, is to sort of take a stake and look at what's there. On the floor of this exhibition, you're going to see everything that's available to Indonesia now at this moment in time. This is where the future starts now, is what we say. And
for you personally, you have a very optimistic outlook of Indonesia's infrastructure development.
I do. We're very hopeful for the new administration. We think there's an old expression: people change when the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change. So it's time for change. It's time to see things going forward. All the good work that's gone on before, the table is set for a stunning development going forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan.
Thank you, Flo.
And that was the perspective with Alan Solo, Chief Executive of Infrastructure Asia, that will be hosting the 2014 Indonesia Infrastructure Week from 5 to 7 of November in partnership with the government, including Ministry of Bappenas, Ministry of Public Works, Chamber of Commerce, Kadin, and Detiknas, and private sector. Thank you for joining us. I'm Florence Armein. Goodbye.
Dipersembahkan oleh